was painted in gold, we were made, and the world was ours. Untouchable souls, living life on the edge, no regrets, no control.
Hi, today we are talking about the top 10 reasons soulmates and twin flames separate. I'm Sophia, and I'm here with Sarah.
Hello.
But before we get into our topic tonight, to avoid any confusion and to respect everyone's beliefs, we will be using the labels twin flames, soulmates, and spiritual connections. Everyone is entitled to their own beliefs, so we're using all three of those labels. So you can choose for yourself which label resonates best for yourself and for your relationship. So soulmates and twin flames separate for a variety of reasons. Sometimes they reunite. At other times, the separation is permanent. Every soulmate and twin flame relationship is different, but the common ground is that they all possess an intense connection. It's quite common with spiritually connected relationships for there to be a period of separation for the couple. But many people enter into these relationships thinking that because they have a spiritual connection, they will never separate. So when their relationship does involve a break between the couple, it tends to come with shock and surprise. So, Sarah, let's look at why some soulmates and twin flames separate.
Okay, well, the first one would be timing. One reason soulmates and twin flames separate is they came together at an inopportune time. For instance, one or both partners may be in marriages or relationships at the time that they first meet. There may be a need for the separation so they can end their current relationships. Other couples may not be ready for a serious relationship the moment they meet, or, even if they are single, okay? The next would be the intense connection. The intensity of the connection may prove to be way too overwhelming for some people. A soulmate or twin flame connection is not something you can fully understand or even prepare for until you actually experience it. This intensity may cause couples to separate for a time until they're ready to accept and deal with this spiritual union. The intense connection defies logic. And it's commonplace, that many go through a period of time where they're just in total denial of the connection. And they really need to work through it until they reach like an acceptance and can really give 100% to the relationship.
So the third one of these reasons that soulmates and twin flames separate is because of individual lessons. The lessons some soulmates and twin flames must learn have to be learned apart while they're single and not involved in a relationship. They need to have life lessons and experiences for their personal and spiritual growth, which can't be accomplished while they are in a relationship with someone. They need to do this alone. In many cases, the lessons will never be learned if they don't take some time apart. Sadly, some need to lose total contact with their soulmate or twin flame to miss them and appreciate them, and to see for themselves that the connection is real and won't go away over time. So with soulmates and twin flames, there's lessons that are learned together in the relationship, and then there's these individual lessons for people to learn, grow, and evolve spiritually and personally as well. So did you have something to say, Sarah?
Yeah, well, I always felt that was the choice of the couple. That's where the free will comes in. Because there's always this, I personally think it's a myth where it's like, you have to go through a soulmate or twin flame separation. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can learn your lessons the hard way, which would be with the separation, or you can learn them the easy way, which would be to learn it together and get the support and understanding and from your partner. It's all up to the individuals that make up the couple, I'm saying whether or not, they have to learn their individual lessons apart or together. But go ahead.
Ideally, that's how it should work. I mean, that's the best of both worlds. So the fourth reason that soulmates and twin flames separate is because of mirroring. Soulmates and twin flames serve as a mirror to one another. And this spiritual connection, these kind of relationships, bring out the best or the worst in couples. They each serve as a mirror to one another, reflecting back the things they need to look at within their lives or their character that they must work on to live more authentically. This is hard, as most of us, I don't, like to see our reflections through our partner's eyes. And sometimes the damage and drama is so overwhelming that a break or a separation is necessary.
A good example of that would be like if you have jealousy issues. Fully expect your soulmate or twin flame to bring out those issues within you. If you don't deal with it, your partner may get really sick and tired of your nonsense and you being jealous all the time and all of that. And you may have time apart. So you have to deal with that or you're going to lose that relationship that may be what finally gets you to get your act together and focus on that. Agree?
Yep, agreed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, another one would be that one or both of them just doesn't believe in soulmates or twin flames. I mean, because not everyone believes in the concept of soulmates or twin flames, nor are they searching for one. Yet when faced with a soul connection and the fear of losing control of guarded emotions, they're gone. They bolt. They refuse to acknowledge soulmates or twin flames exist and do everything they can to disprove it. But in truth, they really are aware of how they feel in the connection and that the connection is there. They just don't understand what it is. And they would just rather not deal with it at all. So they decide it's better to stay safe by running. Hence the twin flame, soulmate, runner, whatever label you like. And they'd rather do that than be sorry they gave into their emotions and embrace their partner. They often turn their back on the relationship and seek out something or someone more safe. It's more comfortable to be in a relationship when they're at that point, to pick someone where there's very little risk. That's where the other person is really into them, but they're not really into that person. This is where the soulmate and twin flame runners and chasers dynamic is created. The runner needs to learn to stop running, and the chaser needs to learn to stop chasing. Until they both learn this valuable lesson, they will separate again and again and again
and again. And so number 6 is overanalyzing everything. Some soulmates and twin flames overanalyze every little fight or spat. They will make mountains out of molehills. Most spiritually connected relationships experience very high highs and very low lows. And this can make them appear to be melodramatic or dysfunctional. When the connection is flowing well and the couple is on the right path, they're on top of their game. But when there are problems in the relationship, they sink to the depths of despair. Some will totally disconnect from their daily lives. A little argument can easily end up being an epic battle that gets completely out of control. Because soulmates and twin flames have a hard time finding the middle ground. And they may very well separate during these low periods. These breaks in the relationship cause a lot of damage because they break the foundation of the relationship itself. It's reasonable to have the expectation that your relationship should not end due to any and every minor disagreement. However, couples in soulmate and twin flame relationships can make any little thing a huge thing and break up over nothing, like ordering the wrong pizza.
Yeah, just like we were talking about in the sabotage podcast we did. That can also be used as a form of sabotage. The whole breaking up for every little stupid thing. Know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, and which leads us to another of our reasons, expectations. When you have unrealistic expectations about your soulmate or twin flame relationship, you have to understand it's extremely rare to find a perfectly blissful spiritual union. We're all human, and humans make mistakes and are moody and cranky sometimes. However, soulmate and twin flame couples can be more volatile than any other relationships. We often see unrealistic expectations materialize the minute somebody believes they found their soulmate or twin flame. After just one date, they're very often like planning a wedding or whatever, or they're looking at like forward to a life of eternal bliss and perfect harmony and running through the tulips and blah, 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 blah. These people are then completely devastated by the first sign of trouble because they expected this union to be perfect. This can lead them to believe that this is a false soulmate connection or twin flame connection, and they decide to separate. It can also lead to them questioning or denying the connection, or just being too hard on their partner, which of course can also lead to a separation.
Exactly. So our eighth reason they separate is because they've completed their karmic journey. Soulmates and twin flames may separate because their karmic journey together as a couple is complete. You've done what was required of you, and now it's time to move on if your partner won't get their act together. Free will is a part of every relationship, and even the universe won't force your partner to do the right thing. These relationships, they challenge us, they force us to grow, they serve as a catalyst to create change and put us on the path for spiritual growth. However, some people just won't rise to the challenge. They can't. Although all soulmate and twin flame relationships have the opportunity to work out, the couple's choices or lack of effort ensure that it does not work out. If so, it's possible how you handle your soulmate separation determines the longevity of your relationship.
True. The next one, it's called taking a time out. Sometimes separating from your soulmate or twin flame is the best thing you can do. I know that sounds crazy and frightening to almost everybody out there listening, but sometimes it really is the best thing that you can do long term for the relationship. If you or your partner have been abusing your connection and your love, taking a break will not only restore your self-respect, but it can just put a pause on all the damage that's being done. Many times, couples need to separate just to give the relationship a chance to succeed. Separation will give you the distance and space from each other with some time to calm down before things get too out of hand, which they probably already have. Many soulmates and twin flames feel just this need to hang on or insist they can't let go because of the intense connection. But it is crucial for you to take a break before more damage is done. This helps to create some healthy boundaries in the relationship by not enabling bad behavior and creating dysfunctional dynamics. Because yes, soulmate and twin flame relationships can become dysfunctional relationships if there are not proper boundaries that are being set and enforced. And sometimes a break is really the only way to get this relationship back on its spiritual path rather than its path off a cliff.
So the last one, and this is the big one, fears and insecurities. The universe may separate you to reveal issues that you need to address. So, for instance, if you have trust issues, your soulmate or twin flame may get a 6-month temporary job assignment in another country. You're being shown by the universe, now is the time to deal with your trust issues. This is very important for your own personal development and soul refinement. It's up to you to create a change within yourself instead of letting this issue cause problems in your relationship. Additionally, on top of that, sometimes fears and insecurities cause the problems that lead to a separation. Too much jealousy or being too controlling stems from insecurity, and your partner may have had enough of it and choose to separate from you for a while. So, soulmate and twin flame separations are a very challenging time. During these difficult periods, and they will be hard, especially if you've been through one, you know what it feels like. The best course of action is to focus on yourself. Focus on your spiritual journey and your personal growth. Make it be all about you, because dwelling on your soulmate or twin flame will be counterproductive, and that will not help you or your relationship. Do you have anything to add, Sarah?
Yes. And as far as that time when they're apart and the most productive thing that they can do, so many people, when they call us, they want to know if during this time apart, they'd be like, is my soulmate or twin flame learning anything? Are they learning any of their lessons? And quite often I have to, we have to say what we see, whatever we're getting. And a lot of times the answer is no. And they seem horrifically disappointed, which is understandable. But reading further, I kind of have to throw it back at them and go, well, I'm looking at your time apart and it looks like you're not doing any work either. So how can you be upset with your soulmate or twin flame for not doing any work while you're apart if you're not doing it either? Again, so like Sophia was saying, focus on yourself. Look at your role instead of what they did. Look at how you handled it. Look at how you reacted to it. Look at the stuff that you kept doing over and over again. That hasn't worked. That's the best thing you can do. And if anybody out there has had any experience, with a soulmate or twin flame separation, go to our YouTube channel, find this podcast, and feel free to comment about your experience or ask any questions that you might like or whatever that we can answer.
Right. So you can find us on Facebook at our page, Soulmates and Twin Flames. You can also find us on Twitter at Soulmate Reading. And we are on Instagram as Soulmates Twin Flames. If you'd like to get a reading with us, you can arrange to do that by contacting us through any of our websites. One of those is soulmatetwinflamegurus.com, and another one of those is twinflameconnection.com. So on that note, we're going to close. Bye.
Wait.
What?
Give them our YouTube channel. I just told them to.
Oh, the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
It is Soulmates, Twin Flames, Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Soulmates, Twin Flames, Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. And please...
And be sure to like and subscribe.
Be sure to like and subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube. Bye, guys.
Bye.